Hi guys, you're welcome to another fantastic episode of Buzzbytes. I hope you had a fantastic week because I did, and this week is going to be so good. So without further ado, let's hop into this video. The EFCC has launched an investigation into bribery allegations involving Sweet Mommy of Lagos, popularly known as Bobrisky, and Very Dark Man. Now, let me give you a backstory. Few months ago, Bobrisky was sent to jail for 6 months because of Naira abuse. But I don't know if a lot of people remember that the charge was Naira abuse and money laundering. But all of a sudden, we didn't hear about the money laundering. We only heard that he was thrown into jail because he abused Naira. Now, a viral video of a voice note released by Very Dark Man showed, we heard that Bobrisky actually paid 15 million naira to some unnamed EFCC officials to take down the money laundering charge. Is this true? We don't know. They are still doing the investigation. But guys, remember when Bobrisky came out of prison? He did not look like someone who was actually in prison in the first place. And shortly after that, we all know he threw a party in a boat. They had a boat cruise and they were enjoying their life. It begs the question, did he even really enter there? Because a lot of people are of the opinion that he did not even serve, the jail time. He was probably lodged in a service apartment where he was just staying there and waiting his 6 months jail time to elapse. My dear, all of this, we don't have a concrete statement, but news are flying and people are wondering what is happening. Bobrisky is taking the internet over. Aside all this boosts, Coca-Cola Company has announced their plans to invest $1 billion into Nigeria in the course of the next 5 years.
Oh my God!
The president, Bola Tinubu, made this statement at a conference in Abuja on Thursday, where he reiterated his plans to make or to create a very robust financial and economic system in Nigeria that would attract, foreign investors. And we can already see that what he said he is doing. This investment is a good one because it means that it will open up opportunities, that's job opportunities and more infrastructure in the country. So yes, this is a very good one. Speaking on investment, Adeola Ogumola Sowemimo has made history by becoming the first Nigerian woman to fly the Boeing 787 Dreamliner at Qatar Airways at just age 31. Born in 1990 in Kaduna State, Adeola started her aviation career in 2013, flying the Boeing 737 at Metview Airlines in Ikeja, Lagos. She's a woman of tenacity and courage as she has invested a lot of time into learning and honing her craft. And all we have to say is a huge congratulations, ma'am. Come on, everybody they find money, but not like Christian Obuji. NDLEA operatives have yet again arrested this 48-year-old businessman. Obuji was first arrested at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja on May 10, 2023. He swallowed 93 pellets of cocaine. Hey! Anyways, he was arrested and sent to prison for 2 years with a fine of 3 million naira, which he paid. Barely 16 months after his first arrest, he was arrested again at the Muritala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos. This time around, carrying 817 wraps of cocaine weighing over 19.40 kilograms with an estimated street value of 4.6 billion naira. Guys, if you see the picture of the wraps and the wraps and the wraps of cocaine he had on him, my question is, how? Just how did he think he was able or he would be able to go past security with that kind of illegal carrying? Remember a few weeks ago when ASU issued the federal government of Nigeria a 21-day strike warning if their demands were not resolved?
Let's have it. Let's have it.
Apparently, that has expired, and now they are issuing the federal government of Nigeria a 14-day strike if these same demands are not being met. We all know what their demands are. First off, funding to revitalize their public universities, and secondly, payment of withheld salaries. They have been on this case for more than 2 years, and the recurrent striking and warning of a strike and striking again is already becoming burdensome. When two elephants fight, the grass suffers. Now, with the continuous striking of ASU and the federal government seems to not be listening to their demand, what is going to happen? Will students still be at home? How long will it take a person or a student to complete a course in the university?
2,000 years later.
We've all heard of cases where students do more years than is required for a particular course. It is exhausting and draining. When would this situation end? On a lighter note, a very funny video surfaced on the internet a couple of days ago where a girl was asked, "What is your genotype?" And her response was pounded yam. Hey, God, that big. Somebody that they sent to school. Now, it is all jokes and it is funny, but it is very important to know what your genotype is because of certain issues attached to it and the lives connected to it as well. Me, I know mine, and it is definitely not pounded yam. Guys, even if you have been tested before, go and do another test to just be certain what your genotype is. It is very important. Another video on TikTok showed a lady that was beaten black and blue, like Shege Banza.
I shouted, Jesus!
And she was beaten by her ex-boyfriend. Right, people. Is love now a do or die affair? You need to see how swollen her right eye was, swollen shut. She could not see through her right eye. Is this where we are going to? People said she might still go back to the ex-boyfriend. My own 2 cents is leave while you still can, while you are alive. If they are giving you bass, most, my dear, pick your butter, put it on your head, and run away. Because that person can definitely kill you. Speaking of domestic violence, just look at Didi's story. He faces charges such as sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution, detailed in a 14-page grand jury indictment. This includes kidnapping, arson, bribery, witness tampering, forced labor, sex trafficking, prostitution, distribution of narcotics. Kilo day. Reports say that he might be looking at life imprisonment with a hefty fine, and even if somehow by some miracle he manages to not get life imprisonment, his career is utterly dead. The most annoying part of this is his lawyers were, trying to make sure that he leaves prison so that they can, converse and make him get out of all of this wahala. But the judge, on 2 counts, denied him bail. Investigations are still ongoing, and of course, we will report as the saga continues. Now, if you haven't heard about Hamster Combat, it is an airdrop project where the users are encouraged to tap via their Telegram interface for daily points. Now, these daily points will be rewarded as airdrops that can be sold in the cryptocurrency markets for money. Funny story is, I heard people are quitting their jobs just to tap. I mean, you leave your 9 to 5 to just tap and tap and tap. As much as this could be a source of livelihood, one should be very careful because some of these projects could be infiltrated by scammers, and you will just realize that you've wasted time, effort, and resources. Y'all be careful out there. Finally, our sugar daddy has been very, very busy these past few years, and we are only just hearing of all the opportunities he missed because of it. The business tycoon talked about how he had the opportunity to buy the football club Arsenal for $2 billion at the time, but he thought about his refinery and was like, nah, I have bigger things to do. As it is, it appears Dangote has a lot on his chest. He has a lot to say to people willing to listen. And trust me, we are here ready to listen. As he's dropping the stories, we are picking it up and we are delivering it to you guys as fast as humanly possible. And that concludes the time on today's show. I am your host, Irene Spicy, keeping it down and jiggy with y'all. Till I come your way again, bye.